Hello and welcome, my friends. It's Peg, and today on Art Joy of Sharing, Chelsea and I were having a good play day, and if you want to watch that video, it is on my sister channel, Art Joy of Sharing. That's the live show that we do each Thursday, 10:30 Central, and this is the fast version of that video, 8 times fast, because not everybody has an hour and a half to spend with us. And for those that just want to see what we did today, this is what we do: is we do a speed up version on our own channels, and then we have the live show, and you can watch it in any fashion you wish. So I have a needle tip that goes into my glue, and I was just gluing that on my bottle. I was talking about these new pens, new to me pens. These are from Zebra. These are a lovely set of pens. I'd been out at Joann's and was looking at pens and had done a price check, and these were cheaper on Amazon than they were at Joann's. So I thought I would get a few of these and try them out. These are a metallic brush pen, and since we're doing lettering this month, I thought I needed some brush pens to play with. These have a wonderful, thin and thick touch to them so that you can get your thick downstrokes and your thin upstrokes, and great for lettering. And they are great for illustration also. They are a pigment ink, water-based pigment ink pen. And so we're talking about circles today. Shell was in a circle mood. She had circles on her desk. So I am just going to punch some of this scratch paper. This is something I was playing with. Punch some of these out. So anytime you want to help an artist, not just me, you can look in their description box below, and if they have affiliate links like I do to Amazon, and you're shopping for something like these pens, you can go there by clicking on that and shop, and that gives a few cents to the artist that's on YouTube. So I was out in the garage. I was doing some cleanup this week. I'd gotten a new treadmill, and I'd set it up, and I had all of this foam from the packaging. Well, foam is not good for our environment. It's not good out in the landfill. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna make some stamps from this foam. And so because we're doing circles, I'm taking my circle template. This is just some scratch leftover plastic from some packaging that I had punched out with a circle punch or die, and it gives me a template. And so then I can take my knife and I can cut around this foam and create a circle stamp. Now I can carve into the circle stamp, or I can just use it as a circle background, because circles, we've got to have circle backgrounds, we've got to have circle imagery, stamps. I'm kind of a circle nut. I have a lot of circles, and you'll see that in just a moment as I pull out some Art Foamy stamps. And did I mention Art Foamies? Art Foamies are having a sale. If you know KP from Rubber Moon, she bought Art Foamies about 2 years ago. Art Foamies was originally a Canadian company, and she bought the company, brought it to the U.S., and so now it's a U.S.-based company that's run by KP of Rubber Moon. And she has all kinds of artists in Art Foamies, and if you want to get your own stamps made, she can make stamps. I've had a rubber stamp made. This is a stamp that I carved out of that leftover packaging foam. So I've got 2 stamps now out of that packaging foam, the circle and the caricature there. And now I'm pulling out some of these Art Foamy stamps. I've got a number of different types of stamps. I've got stamps that are just cut from foam. You can go to the craft store and get foam and cut it into shapes. You can, salvage stuff from your trash like I'm doing here. This is a stamp that I had made by by Art Foamies and by KP for Art Joy. So you can have your own stamps made. And it's just kind of fun because, you know, if there's something that you might use multiple times, yeah, get it made. Cut it out yourself, glue it down on a piece of plastic. You know, I'm going to salvage that plastic from the packaging for the pens today. I don't normally put my pens back in the packaging. So the cool thing about art foamies is they have two sides. And so I typically will take the back side of an art foamy and I will scribe some type of imagery into that. Now this is just some foam like you get in a foam plate. You can buy this in little pieces, or you can buy a package of foam plates, or, you know, if you've got some that you use for a palette or something, you know, turn it into a stamp. I was watching Shannon Green, and she was making some imagery like this, and I thought, well, that would make kind of a cool stamp. So since we are talking about lettering and that sort of thing on Art Joy is Sharing, which is our Facebook group this month, we have challenges each month. I thought I should get one of my KP Art Foamy stamps out that was lettering and use it, and those circles and that image that I had created with my foam from the garage, and voila, there you have it, art. Just playing around today, having a great time. We were talking about a lot of things like did anybody celebrate 420 or, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, you'll have to read the comments over on Art Joy is Sharing if you're interested in any of that conversation. But we all enjoyed ourselves and just chatted and talked about making stamps and creating and circles and the sale and what's going on. So this is one that I created on the back of an art foamy. So you see, you get dual purpose. You buy a stamp, you've got a back surface that you can create something in, and you know, there's the stamp itself from art foamies, and then that's the back side. So now I've got two images on one stamp. So now I'm showing a piece of plastic, and this is the box that the pens came in. I like to take these packaging things, rather than tossing them in the trash, turn them into art. So I'm going to break this box down into individual pieces. There's an individual piece in there that's a nice square piece that would be fun to run through the die cut machine, or, you know, put through with an embossing folder, or, you know, use some of this that has the sticker on it to glue some foam down to make another stamp, so that's a mount for a stamp. So there's lots of things that you can do to recycle and repurpose all of these things that we just toss in the trash. And that's one of my favorite things to do, is to, you know, Earth Day, you got to recycle. You got to save the world. And, you know, we've got laughingly what we call Mount Trashmore here in town. That is our dump that we had for many years that got so high it became a mountain. And once they closed it down, they turned it into a park. You know, they put grass and everything over it and turned it into a park. And so people go and ride their bikes now on Mount Trashmore. But, you know, I hesitate to think what all is buried out there. So I'm going to continue working with my different tools. I have a stylus, I have an X-Acto knife, a number of different things, and I'm just going to continue to create some stamps to use in my artwork. And we're getting towards the end of the show, so I want to invite you to come and join us in any social media and use our hashtags for Art Joy is Sharing, and show us what you're creating, how you are recycling, how you are creating circle art, and just what you're doing to stay happy and kind in a world that is kind of topsy-turvy and upside down right now. Thanks, everybody. I enjoyed being with you today. I am so thankful for all of you. Each and every one of you is so important to me, And remember, in a world where you can be anything, remember to be kind. Bye.